This podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Woo-wee! And we're back.
We're back.
Episode 13.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Episode motherfucking 13.
Yeah, my brother. How you been, Franklin?
Man, you know, I've been good, brother. Holding up during these quarantine times. How about you, my guy? How have you been holding up, brother?
Well,
how's the family doing?
Man,
long time no muy see.
Right? I mean, you know what? Very busy, even though I've been in one spot. And then, like, you know, slowly but surely, the world started to open up out here in Northern Cali. And then, like a thief in the night, that motherfucker's gone and they're shutting things down again.
Shut down.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what, though? I know how to move now. You know what I mean? Like there was a while where it was like they were putting curfews on shit and like, you know what I mean? Like, but I do rather enjoy rolling around masked up and gloved up when I am out there because
masked up, gloved up, stunners on, hat on. Stunners on. Oh shit. Okay. You're taking it back to 05 hyphy. That's all it is. Huh? You just the windows down with the kids.
You feel me?
That's the only thing different.
And here's the thing too is like, you know, the kids only go out like for doctor's appointments or like, you know, dentist appointments. Other than that, they're not going anywhere. And we have went to a few parties, but you know what? Hold on. Episode 13 of the motherfucking Muy Hour, hosted by two of the world's greatest ponderers. I am one of your hosts, Bogard Scott Free.
And I'm your motherfucking guy, B. Motherfucking Franklin.
Oh, Jamaicans. I forgot to put the Jamaican. I know. Look at we're a little rusty. Shit. We're a little rusty. Hold on, let me get the Ross Klotz out.
Dog, the people need the motherfucking Jamaicans, dog.
It's funny because I'm like, where's the soundboard at?
We're sorry, people, because it's been a minute, and we know we miss the fucking Jamaicans too.
Oh yeah, hold on.
We missed the Jamaicans.
Okay. I think I found them. All right, wait a second. Hold on. Listen. They're late. They're running late.
Jamaicans like the spliff. Where you at?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. They're getting high in the green room. They'll be here in a second. I mean, saying I gotta reset this soundboard. But yeah, so okay. So we're gonna recap a little bit. You know, the last time Muy Gang that me and Franco got together. We had like our second special guest, right? Shout out to I can't remember. What was your homegirl's name?
Oh,
really cool person.
We're gonna call her Miss G.
G, yeah, that's right. No, I remember her name. I was just trying to remember what we were calling her because, you know what I'm saying. But anyways. Yeah, bro, like...
She was one of the world's greatest ponders.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In the making. You know what I'm saying? The universe, we only...
brought another one of the great minds around us.
Yes, and, you know, that was Cinco de Mayo, so it's been quite some time.
Cinco de... Fuck, dude.
Yeah, and, bro, like, I mean, we talk all the time, and, like... But then also there would be, like, weeks on end where we might be radio silence, because, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you're still, you know, you know, doing Franklin things. He's here and there. He's got several entrepreneurisms just coming out of the pores. You know what I mean? And I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I might not be traveling around, but I definitely have been traveling all across the universe because I've been like on a mushroom tear. Like every weekend, I'm just meditating, or I'm doing shout out to the Rum Boys Fantasy Network, you know what I'm saying? Everybody also, besides subscribing to the GMM Network, you know what I'm saying, also subscribe to the Rum Boys Fantasy Network. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're going to find me. I do a drunk sports debate show every Friday, and I've been on mushrooms every single episode I've been on. I think I've done like over 20 episodes with them because it's been a while now in quarantine.
So my question is, right?
Yeah.
How's it been, brother?
Bro, it's been cool. Like... It just became like my shtick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I probably would have been, if there was quarantine and I wasn't doing podcasts, I probably still would have been shrooming all crazy. Just because it's like,
shit.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Here's the misconception with shrooms that people think like that I'm going to be tripping out and like, no, I'm microdosing and I'm microdosing around the clock. So I'm like fully in control of this thing and having a hell of a time. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah. like if there was some, like last Friday, I actually went a little overboard on purpose. You know what I mean? We had like a 3-hour live stream. I probably did like 3 times the amount I would normally do on a podcast. You know what I mean? And then like we drank a whole fucking lot because on that show, people will donate. You know what I mean? They'll donate to the show while they're watching us live, and every time someone donates, we take a shot. And like donations, donations are going to a good cause too. Like it's gonna get kids backpacks and free lunches and shit like that in Colorado Springs. That's where my man's resides at, the dude who runs the channel. But so anyways, you know what? While we're speaking on that, we're gonna go ahead and shout out all our sponsors right now. Shout out to Milk and Honey TX for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Visit milkandhoneytx.com. Also, for all your fresh Bay drip, all that drippy swag, you know what I'm saying? Go check out bayclothingco.com. You know, for all the fresh Bay girl and Bay boy apparel, because we do got sports coming back. So, you know, go and get you something that match your favorite team colors. You know what I mean? We still want to shout out World's Fried Chicken. World's Best Fried Chicken. Is it World's Best Fried Chicken? No. World's Fried Chicken. I had it right. But it is the best. Yes. Chicken. We're gonna shout out World's Fried Chicken as well as Legends Mac, because you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. These are people who've been you know what I'm saying. It's just a testament to being from San Jose, like you know what I mean, or even the Bay Area in general. Like they're gonna try to shut us down, and we selling plates. We don't even fucking matter.
I'm gonna have to say this too, because you know. Shout out to I had the Chicken Bros.
Oh yeah, okay.
Listen, I see that. I had you know, they're out there too. World's Fried Chicken, Stupid Fire.
Check them out on IG.
Running up next is them.
Yep.
But I say go with that World's first. You know what I'm saying? And tell them, hey, that's how I tell them. I tell them I want it with jalapenos, pickles. Sometimes I get it with some cheese on it.
Yeah.
Boy. Jalapenos and the pickles, Mando.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, I can't stand people who are not fucking with pickles on their sandwiches. I don't know. I think it's two different kind of people.
There's pickles and no pickle people.
Yeah, and then there's even motherfuckers that'll eat pickles, but they can't have it in the sandwich. I'm like, what the fuck? They gotta have it on the side. It's fucking insane.
Oh man, it is insane, brother.
Yeah. Okay, so let's recap. So from that time that we last convened, right?
Yes, sir.
That was Cinco de Mingo, and this motherfucker shit and went to hell and back, and now it looks like it's trying to go back to hell again. Like it's, I mean, like, and then you know, from the unfortunate injustice that we're all used to seeing, it happened again with George Floyd, and it's. Since then, R.I.P. George Floyd. Yeah, rest in peace, George Floyd. And since then, there's been a handful of other crazy injustice kills.
Man, hey, you know what I want to say, bro? R.I.P. to that girl on the army base, man.
Yeah, bro.
R.I.P. to her and to her family.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. And you know, and supposedly, bro. And listen, I'm not a military man, but I know plenty of them. And then, you know, a lot of them have said, "Yo, a lot of the women on base."
It happens all the time.
Yeah, because it's like you're in a male. You know, in a testosterone-driven place, like, you know what I mean? And some of these men, they just think they could throw their dick over their shoulder and you know what I mean? And bonk a bitch over the head, old school caveman style and shit.
Hey, where's the booze at, too, dog? Hey, boo.
Yeah, hey, hold on.
Hey. Booze to the non-slick motherfuckers.
Yeah, man, hold on. Hey. I'm going to have to restart this soundboard, because that's probably my best bet. I haven't, you know what, though? Maybe it's episode... It's the theme of the episode is kind of recapping this dark shit that's been going on. Right. You know what I mean? So maybe it's. But I think also in that sense too, it's because it is time to cleanse some of this. We gotta cleanse. We gotta speak on some of this.
It needs to be spoken on.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that people keep saying about people are always they're just complaining, and why would they? So I'm supposed to let you beat me upside the head with a club, not say anything. I'm supposed to let you violate me, do all these things and not say anything because it disrupts your life. As long as I'm bleeding, basically that's what the motherfuckers are saying.
And you know what? Like that. I want to discuss this and in depth. Okay, I want to discuss this. Yes, we obviously Hold on 1 second. Franco, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, what happened? Okay, hold on. Damn, is this some real? There's some real like. Is that my headphones that cut off? Okay, hold on, Franco. Bear with me. Something's going on here.
I'm still here, buddy.
Yeah, the thing just cut off a little bit, but we're still running, so okay, we're good.
Still running. It's all good, buddy. I'm here with you.
Okay, no. I want to discuss this, though. The goddamn motherfuckers who's yelling this all lives matter bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
Bro,
like, how are you going to yell all lives matter? All lives don't matter until black lives matter.
No, hold up. This is my thing. How the fuck you yelling all lives matter, but you're getting mad at motherfuckers for saying black lives matter?
This is what I'm saying.
Bro. Listen. All this shit, listen. All this shit, dog, is for the small-minded motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah.
Listen, what's mattering is people are coming up with people that aren't coming back home.
That's what I'm saying.
What matters. I don't give a fuck about no fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry yelling some punk shit in the street. Because all that shit don't matter. What matters is these laws changing. What matters is motherfuckers not dying. That's the shit that matters. All this shit you catch these motherfuckers knuckling up for, it's because fools are bored and their motherfucking life sucks right now. Right?
Yeah. And like, okay, there's a chain of events of things that happen. And we'll kind of talk about it in a nutshell. Where like, you know, the outrage, obviously, of the injustice, murder, kill of George Floyd, right?
Right.
So people start rioting in the streets. You got the people that are trying to protest. They're doing it peacefully, right? Then you got the people that's just rioting because they're just, disenfranchised, bro. We don't give a fuck, man. We've been frustrated, so we're gonna go handle it how we want to handle it. But that one thing that did was make all these racist ass pink belly honky motherfuckers, right? Like, oh, listen, see, look at these thugs. This is all they do,
bro.
And blah blah blah.
Dog.
And it's like,
listen, bro. I'm not even gonna go into deep to even getting on the level of hate because at the end of the day, dog, like I elevate past all these motherfuckers. I'm not saying that I'm. No, listen, I'm not
there's
saying that
different kind of. I can label them for what they are. I'm calling a spade a spade.
We're gonna call motherfuckers what motherfuckers are.
Yeah,
motherfuckers like that.
I can just call them racist.
No, I call them like this. No, motherfuckers like that all the way around are just devils.
There you go.
See, they're the devils. Okay, I'm gonna call them devils.
That's how we'll refer to him for the duration of this show.
Yeah, the devils, dog. And at the end of the day, man, to me, it's like this. If it's so easy, this is what I always try to realize when people got to realize, man. You got to realize some motherfuckers just come from evil. And you got to recognize them by their traits. If motherfuckers say they believe in God and they read the Bible and all these things, right? Well, they know that the devil was a liar, a stealer, and a divider, right? Mm-hmm. So you need to start looking at people's characters. When you see somebody who constantly does all of these traits, right? And it's hard for them to tell the truth, like it's hard for me to tell a lie to somebody, right? Yeah. That is a child of the devil, right? The truth isn't running through them. The evil is, because that's what they come from. When it's easy for these motherfuckers to send kids away for 100 years without a blink of an eye, and they have no remorse, and they're going and they're doing all these things, bro, it's because they come from the devil, dog.
And you can't spell devil without evil. Yeah, evil.
Dog.
Cracker
so you gotta realize, dog, they're after, dog. Listen, dog, God's children are all across this motherfucking earth. You gotta realize that. You get what I'm saying? But you got these selective group that happen to be of this certain fucking minority, right? Because these motherfuckers are really the minority, and they gotta give up that shit. And that's what's happening right now, is that the power is being given up, because ultimately it's a different time. It's evolution. You know what I'm saying? And they're fighting for every last scrap that they can, so all this shit's happening. But ultimately, dog, like, it's realistically, dude, that you just got to be, this right now, it just comes down to about being humane. And also, dog, it's putting everything that was put to the test for what America was built for. Because what everything America said is being built for, and what it says in its constitutions and everything, it's not being applied to all of the people. Now, first and foremost, dude,
I would say
know what? Hey,
maybe it's lies, because it was written by these devils.
Nah, dog, it was written for the devils. So check this out. This was a devil's getaway, a devil's paradise, where motherfuckers could be in big mansions and could flourish and relax in peace and run this bullshit here. It wasn't ever made for the poor person. It was never made for the fucking middle class person, for the black person, brown person,
so
the Asian person. It was never made for that.
Indians step aside.
No, it was never made for the Indians, dog. This was made for motherfuckers that were coming from another land where that they could set up shop and take the land and use the people and drain its resources.
Well, you know what? You know what we say to people like that? Boo those motherfuckers. We boo those motherfuckers.
Oh, it's back.
It's back, goddammit. Yeah, fuck those devils.
I mean, you got to realize this now, man. So in turn, right, now we're seeing a time and place where the people really have a voice, right?
Yeah.
So the people are fed up. One thing is you have a small group, but when you have the whole fucking country saying, fuck that, we ain't fucking with this shit, that's when you know it's a time for a reform. That's when it has to. The fabric's been torn of this motherfucker, dog. Okay? So when these first motherfuckers came here from Europe, Spain, Portugal, and they were coming over here and they were starting that shit and they made it for just them, but everybody else was just a tool, right, to make it. That whole shit got swapped. That shit doesn't apply no more in today's day, dog. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When everybody's getting a piece of it. All that extra racist shit where it's like, yo, you can't have this and you can't have that. And the secret societies, dog, that shit just got fucked up. They have to let everybody in to survive in these things. And we might not see it in our lifetime, or we might see it in our lifetime, right when we're grandparents or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see, dog, they have to let, this is the thing, like they said, this country was never made for women to be in power positions. Dude, women had to listen, minorities were only seen for 3/4 of a human. Women weren't even allowed to vote like minorities weren't even allowed to vote. Yeah. This country wasn't even made for them either, bruh. So they're fighting the same type of discrimination. Their discrimination is woman. Our discrimination is color, right? But it's all the same fight for equality. You get what I'm saying? The problem is that they're not just whacking women on TV right now. They're whacking a specific race. And motherfuckers are talking about the media. This ain't the media. Motherfuckers is catching this shit on their cell phones and putting this shit up on the fucking internet, their goddamn selves, putting it on live. So this has nothing to do about the media. This shit is really happening now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, and you have so much mixtures and different ethnicities and nationalities that mix, like in everybody's families now, there's black peoples, there's Hispanic, there's everything, dog.
Yeah.
So when they're sitting there, you're seeing, and right.
Crazy
so when
integrated.
Right. So when you see a motherfucker get knocked off, and then you're looking at your baby cousin or your niece or somebody, right? And you look at them, and they look like the person on TV. You're like, I'll kill a motherfucker if they touch you. I swear to God. So now it's becoming empathetic in the home. And not even just on top of that, dog, women understand. They're killing a motherfucker's baby. They're like, you motherfucker, you're not killing my kid on TV. That has nothing to do about color. It comes down to babies. Right? Yeah. When you see them stupid motherfuckers on there talking that shit on TV, dog, those motherfuckers are the retarded ass. I'm drinking vino all day, sitting in the golf cart, pulling through the neighborhood. Fuck, they're scared that they're going to have to get back to working. That trust fund money ain't gonna be popping with everybody up in the neighborhood. How they had all them fucking loans put where minorities couldn't get the loans and only fucking certain people could get in the houses in certain areas and communities, yeah. And then their fucking property value went up while the rest of the shit stayed shit and all that, bruh. Listen, dog, those days are over. Written contracts saying that you can't have black people or Mexican or Asians living in certain neighborhoods, dog, and it only can be sold to this certain type of fuck. Nah, bruh, listen, dog, that shit's done. They have that shit where you can look it up yourself right now. So those days are done. Think about this.
We're from, I mean, you know where we're from. We're from like the place that's probably the front runner of this type of shit.
Yeah, we're from the Bay Area. Yeah. Where they got Berkeley, where Berkeley had this shit running.
That's what I'm saying. Like
straight up. But
like we got one of the most integrative places where it's like, you know what I mean? And that's why it's crazy. Like, you know, to see, like, when you think about the vast majority of the rest of America that isn't like, okay, one of my partners, he's been going back and forth from Texas. Kind of like, you know,
right.
Like, I know at one point or another during this whole pandemic, you were through Texas too, right? It was complete. Like my boy was like, I went there, they weren't even wearing masks yet. You know what I mean? He was like, it was like just, and I know this has nothing to, the pandemic is a little different from what we're talking about with the systemic racism, but I'm talking about just in general where we're from a place that thinks faster. We're more progressive. Right. You know what I mean? Like, yo, there's a pandemic. We shut down first. We're from Cali, bro. We're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people from the South are stupid, but they're just, every state is ran different. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's such a trip when they think about the vast majority of the rest of America that is like that versus California or a place like what do you think is most like California? Maybe like New York as far as like, being optimistic type of place. Maybe California, maybe Seattle. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because you know what I'm saying. Everywhere else is just so different from the next. Like even when you go to the South, Houston's different from Atlanta. Atlanta's different from Miami. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's crazy, bro.
No, you're right. Dog. Every place is different because every sector got a different everywhere got a different flavor, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere got a different flavor, dude. That's what I love about traveling, and that's why I love going to like the heart of the places, dog. No matter where it's at, because I want to eat like what people like to eat from those areas. I want to feel how they feel. I want to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes you love your area. You know what I'm saying? Like I realized, you know what I mean, that like Southern, at least some other places I went to, well, motherfuckers like everything is just smothered in gravy. As far as I've been able to figure out so far with food, everywhere I go to like hit that with that gravy.
Listen.
You know what I mean? And that's Southern.
I am not mad at smothering everything in gravy, bro.
Pause.
I guess I ain't trying to put necessarily a pause. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go with it just in case. Pause.
Yeah, I'm definitely a gravy smotherer.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I got it.
Bring it back. See, dog, it's getting warm back up, dog.
I know,
we
right?
Need this. The Muy Hour. We are back, people. Sorry for the delay, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. You know what I'm saying?
We're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
Yeah, and we didn't had a million conversations that could have been Muy Hour episodes where it was just like, you know what I mean? We were just talking. It's just the way we talk anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like man, like there's so many times too, like during this whole shit where like I would have to turn off the phone because it would just be like, damn, now there's like all the videos, like everything, like, cause now they're man, obviously this thing has always been going on. It's all kind of different racism, police harassing motherfuckers and police brutality, all shit. It's never stopped. It's been going on. But now it's an influx of people filming and then sharing these videos. Like these videos are going viral daily. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not just racism against blacks. I mean, obviously it's more blacks, but just like every nationality that's not white. You know what I mean? Like there's videos. Motherfuckers just, like I seen one.
I'm sorry, you talking about fools that are just tired of it?
No, I'm talking about videos of motherfuckers being in incidences where racist motherfuckers are like, trying to go in on them. And like
trying to go in on who?
Just on every type of minority, and including blacks. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. Like I seen a video. Yeah, like I seen a video. Some young Filipino chick. She was like hiking or whatever on some stairs. She was like exercising on some stairs, and some old white bigot came through. And this is California, even. It was like somewhere in like, I want to say Central Cali. But like, she was like, go back to whatever fucking Asian country you come from. And she was just like, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like she's like, I'm born and raised in California. Like, this is where I'm from. You know what I mean?
I'm like,
there's not enough room here for all of us.
Hey, dog, you know what motherfuckers need to start telling these motherfuckers when they start saying that shit? Go back to Europe.
Yeah, for real. Like, you ain't from here.
If it's like that, go back to Europe.
And or even motherfuckers being like, telling black people, oh, they should go back to Africa if they have a problem with it. It's like, they were here first. The Moroccans were here.
You motherfuckers, right. But besides that, you motherfuckers came and fucking, bamboozled motherfuckers that were over there in war, right, to take their war captive. And you're tapping fools taking war captives and stealing slaves stealing people's tribes over there. There was fools warring, right? So of course, when you're warring, the enemy's like, oh, this fool's gonna give you money to take your enemies captive and give you guns and shit. Hell yeah! So boom. They go to war, snatch up a bunch of another tribe. These fools are bringing them from there. Like, fool, we got these fools snatching up, got the tribes warring. And they're bringing us their fucking war captives, and we're taking them. You know what I'm saying? And they're bringing it back. That's free cash. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dog, and on top of that, right, there's, I think it's called the Laurel London or some shit. They were financing, insurance. They were insuring all of these fucking slave boats. They were insuring all of them, and all of the slaves, they were insuring them as cargo. So all the slaves that died, it would be registered as stolen cargo that got thrown over. So that's why they were dumping all a bunch of slaves too, because they were still getting the money anyways. You feel me? Crazy.
Hey, and you know what else is crazy too? Like during this pandemic, I'll start like I'm never not trying to learn some shit, but I found out like. There's a lot of the nationalities from around the world, and like I think this doesn't include the Anglo-Saxon. Am I saying that right? Anglo-Saxons or the Chinese, right? Specifically, but like majority of the other nationalities around the world, they all root back to the 12 West African tribes. You know what I mean?
For sure, and even the Chinese will.
Really? Okay, because it was my Chinese partner that was telling me they're one of the only ones that's not.
Hell no. That's what motherfuckers want to think. Let me tell you something, dog. Everything comes from one origin. So all that, I'm not part of that shit, fake ass bullshit. Dog, the reason why you have so many of these different people in countries where they stay light and all this is because they don't breed outside of people that look like them. So their shit stays looking like that. But you still came from an origin of something. So regardless if you incest all the way the fuck back around, because pretty much what it ends up doing.
That's what the Europeans were doing for a while. I remember, and like that's why like the British were known to have like bad teeth because they would be like, oh, marry my bloody cousin and keep it in the family. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, whoa.
And we're talking about like this is like royalty shit. Like this is what was considered royalty.
Right. Right. Just like, man, trust me, dog. Honestly.
A pure blood.
Wow. Yeah.
That's so stupid because the science behind it means like they're not going to flourish because, you know what I mean? The genetics, you're just matching the same genetics. That's like the same way if like two puppies in a litter were to mate. You know what I mean? They would have a fucked up puppy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's funny.
Right. But some motherfuckers think that it is what it is, like. To each his own. That's not my each.
Yeah,
not my own.
Hey, but you know what though? I already know who I'd be able to fool and sell some false info to. It would be those motherfuckers real fast.
Oh man!
And listen, I'm caking off the throwback royalty.
You understand that the world is changing? Like it's never gonna be. You know what these fools are like? Make it great again. Like what's making what great again, bruh? They're talking about making it great again. Like how? This country was made to evolve. If you're a smart motherfucker, this country was built on entrepreneurship. It can never be the same shit. This is a land of innovation. That's why fools have been able to survive and thrive as a nation. Because we've been inventors. But these fools in other countries are kicking our fucking ass, dog, in this shit. Right? Because they're giving us fake ass curriculum, right? To make us dependent on this shit. Show me how many schools are teaching kids coding.
Yeah,
bro, they should be teaching these fucking kids coding out here from fucking preschool.
In California, it's like it's kind of the norm, but everywhere else they ain't doing that.
Dog, are they teaching your kids coding in elementary school right now?
No, but in junior high,
no, but that's what I'm saying, Tim. That's junior high's too late. These fools need to be coming from the fucking time when they're straight up off the TV screen.
Man, hey, listen. This is gonna sound like I'm stereotyping, but I bet you in India and in China they teaching these motherfuckers from the womb. You feel
straight up, hands down, bro.
Because they're the ones that are all up in the Bay Area.
Bro, they're not. Listen, they're not slipping the beat. They're not slipping the beat, dog, and that's our fault for not fighting for it. That's not that's our fault for not fighting for it, for not standing up and speaking and putting pressure on these companies. This is the thing I don't understand. Is how do you have all these fucking tech companies working here, right? And these motherfuckers ain't donating the top equipment to every single elementary school out here. These fucking schools that are underfunded, poverty, everything, they should mandatory make these. They're paying millions, dog, hundreds of millions in taxes, and still getting tax breaks. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. These motherfuckers can be breaking these schools off, dog. They can make fucking science programs, fucking crazy shit to help these motherfuckers' kids to be able to just create, right? But they don't do any of that shit. None of this shit. They make a certain demographic profile that they feed into this system, and mentally to other people looking out and in. Right? You only see this demographic go in, so you automatically get discouraged. It doesn't even think to even come on your plate. And if you do have the brain set to go there, right, you're met with crazy opposition. You get what I'm saying? To be able to get into these fields. Because you have to go through hella stereotypes just to get a motherfucker to even pay attention, to realize that you got the skills to make it happen. And more than likely, you have to fucking have more than the fucking skills to make it happen for them to even sit there and say, like, you know what, it's good enough. You have to. And they're still gonna make you try to feel like you ain't that. But the reality is that you have to know yourself. And that's the thing when we're coming into today's day. We're coming into a conscious society, and the youth is conscious. Like I tell people, motherfuckers ain't having to worry about black and white and all this bunch of color shit. To these little kids are like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. Look at you. You're so mixed. Oh my goodness. Like, look, they love each other, dude. That's true, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, they love that shit. What they're worried about now, dude, is about their genders. They're worried about their sexualities, right? Shit they shouldn't even be having to worry about as little ass kids. That shouldn't even be on their plate. Right, but society has everybody, because we can't even blame it on the kids. We got to blame it on us. We're so hooked in by this fucking TVs, dog, that these fucking boxes are showing us what the trends and everything are. We are being led like sheep, dog, by these fucking cell phones and TVs and TV shows. Oh yeah, all that shit, dog. By all these different fucking TV shows we're watching, how they're giving us certain thought patterns. And dude, you sitting there watching these fucking Lifetime movie network all day, and you're sitting there watching these fucking housewives drinking wine, doing everyday suburbia shit with all the same fucking with these dramas, and these bitches and these people are watching it every fucking day. Eventually, dog, that shit starts to come and seep into the reality of what's going on, because people start acting exactly like what they see on TV because it's programmed. Yeah. When you get in a situation, you end up reacting like that's like mimicking. It's like you being around somebody all day. If you're around somebody all day, right, you guys end up rubbing off on each other. Well, fuck, if you just watch fucking 30 episodes of fucking what's her name back and back, it's pretty much like you and the motherfucker just kicked it. You know what I'm saying?
No, you for real.
So, you know, binge watching and all that shit. It's like, how many people really binge read? Yeah, but they'll get on YouTube and fucking binge hours and let your brain just turn to mush because only thing working is your fucking eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? Your brain can't even, because you don't even get to manifest what's going on in real life because you're too busy watching it on TV. It's like motherfuckers that are scared to go outside because they're watching all the fucked up shit on TV and never go outside and get a paranoia. That's like, what the hell?
There's some fucking irony, bro.
Right.
And then, like,
I'm saying,
you know what else is crazy too is like, you know, while all the protesting and the riots were commencing, you know what I'm saying? And then people were like, there was a lot of people out here, bro, talking about, hey, I don't even think Corona's real, bro. Like, look, we all out here. And then the numbers go crazy. The numbers spike up. And it's like, now they're shutting everything down. And it's like, I feel like
but you gotta check this out, my guy. And you gotta feel me, like, this is what got me fucked up, right? Like, tripped out. So I'm like watching what they're going on. They're talking about the corona, the vaccination, the whole shit. But they're telling motherfuckers that are testing positive to go home and take ibuprofen and shit like that, right?
Yeah, but see, I even heard taking ibuprofen can fuck you up if you have corona.
Well, hold on. What? Because you motherfuckers might be allergic, dog. Some people are allergic to shit. You feel me? Some people's bodies can't handle shit.
Obviously, I'm just saying, like, Mind you,
no, right.
Mind you, this is great that you're bringing this up because and then I said something kind of foolish right there because it's so much misinformation out here. Like I don't even know what the fuck to believe. Like
no, right, dog. But that's what I'm saying though, and it's like you got to realize, dude, is that
I just you know what's crazy though. I will say this though is like. Being Filipino and like, all the motherfuckers that we know that work throughout all these hospitals and shit, like it is real, but it's like,
no, for sure.
I just don't know. Like, I don't know if we can even combat this thing or maybe who does it affect? Does it affect, everybody? Like, I don't know. I'm tripping. I don't know.
So like, right. Like I was trying to tell you was that, you got to like motherfuckers are saying that they're having you go home, take ibuprofen or whatever for the pain, Tylenol, whatever, right? And wait out the 2 weeks and that it'll go away, right? So if you're telling me all I gotta do is let my body fight it, wait motherfucking 2 weeks and this shit's gonna go away, right? Why the fuck am I taking the vaccination? I'm not taking that shit. You're telling me, okay, I'm gonna recatch it, like if I catch the flu. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my body refight that shit so my immunity can go up.
Hey, remember,
I'm not gonna take.
Remember 3 months ago when they were talking about once the summer comes around, the numbers should drop because heat like fucks with it. But then that shit is a total fraud. You know what I mean? But then now there's other conspiracy theorists where they're saying this is definitely lab grown. Like
we knew, but Pimp, we knew that out the gate.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying though because now that they're saying like UV rays affected somehow, right?
Well,
yeah, I know exactly, right? Then you have all these motherfuckers like, well, let's go outside then. They're like, let's go outside because UV rays.
But this is the crazy thing though, my guy, is you got to realize this too, man, is that you have to think about exactly what the fuck you're dealing with here. That's first and foremost. You need to figure out exactly what type of disease you're dealing with. You're dealing with a respiratory disease. So you need to look at respiratory diseases and see how they affect the body and the neurological system if it does affect it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do diseases attack the respiratory system? Then from there, that's how you get symptoms. Because any which way, how you get it, this is how your shit's going to shut down. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? There's an order to how it's going to shut the fuck down. So once you realize what you're dealing with, right, and you realize on how to combat these things and how to keep yourself healthier, right, with certain foods, and you get off of certain foods, right? Like this is a time where you don't want to be eating hella red meats. You want to be eating as much greens as possible. As much leafy greens, heavy salad, light proteins, light fishes, salmons, basses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to eat shit that's heavy in omega-3s, right? That's going to keep your body and your cells lubed up and your immune system kicking. You don't want to be eating red meats where it's going to sit in your body and linger in your stomach and help to build more fucking mucus and things in order to break these things down. Because there's more mucus, which means more you have liable to have more mucus to go to your lungs, which affects your respiratory system. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta it's deep, dog. It's deep, bro. This is a time where you gotta that's what I do love about the Chinese is they got the old school herbal medicines. Yeah. Right. People don't realize is that modern day medicine is nothing but old school Chinese medicine with science. Yeah. Right. The problem is that you cannot take a synthetic thing, which are these pills that you're giving you, to fix an organic matter. That doesn't work. Yeah, that's like a prosthetic. All it can do is assist you, but it's not going to fix the problem organically. You know what I'm saying? Woo. So you got to go back to the organic compound,
that's an ism right there.
Which is this. No, you got to go back to organic compounds. You get what I'm saying? Woo. In order to restart your molecular structure, Woo, in order to get your cells, you got to get your cells strong. You got to exercise and you got to drink good things that are going to nourish you. But the best thing you can fucking drink is water. Period. Yeah. Right? No, fuck the proteins, the best thing you can do is drink water, eat heavy ass greens, eat good beans, a straight vegetarian diet with maybe like some good fish in there and some chicken once in a while. But that red meat shit, all that other shit, that heavy shellfish like shrimp and crab and lobster and all that shit's bad, dog. but we love it. I can't say I don't like it. I love the shit too. But the reality of the fact is those things are bad for the body.
Yeah.
You eat. You know what I'm saying? You eating shrimp. What the fuck do shrimp do? They clean the bottom of the sea. That's why motherfucker Pimp C said, I eat so much shrimp I got iodine poisoning. You feel me?
I mean, think about it. And think about it. Lobsters, what is it called? Crawdads, all the motherfuckers, crabs. They're all bottom feeders. You know what I'm saying?
They're the roaches of the sea.
You know what's crazy? Is when you out of all of those ones you named, scrimps is the only one that I'm like, yo, I got to have scrimps. Like it's so crazy.
Bust a good lobster tail is a good bust.
For sure, with some butter and
extra
some truffle
butter
salt
and garlic. Yes,
oh my God.
Truffled garlic butter and things.
Woo!
Give me truffle garlic butter.
Give me money
for my 37 B day coming up. Give me money.
That's right, man. I was about to say, I think I even texted you that too. Oh, that's right. It hasn't passed just yet.
Yeah, no. My shit's coming up here on this good Saturday.
I was like a month earlier. Last
you were.
Month.
It's all good, dog. Hey, I appreciate that motherfucker even. It's on every year, but I just appreciate that motherfucker even thinks about me.
I do that shit every year. I greet you like a month earlier. What you finna do? You playing it low key this year?
Dog, we have to. Corona Cabrona, I got it low key. But this is what I do got though. Dog, I got hella lobster tails. You know what I'm saying? And I already got 2 tri-tips that I got seasoned up, rubbed up, and everything. I put it in the freezer. I got those on tug. Nice. And then I probably got about like 20 lobster tails right now, and I'll probably grab because at Safeway they got these hot deals, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You'll get the fat lobster. You'll get the fat lobster tails that normally like $8. You'll get them for fucking $4.99 and sometimes even cheaper. So when they've had some sales, I'll go. They're already frozen, so I'll go fucking grab they're already frozen. I just slap them in the freezer. So maybe a week out ago, we got of those, so I got those tucked in there too. Then I'm probably gonna just get some more fish and some other type of shit. Have a nice feast, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been on a shrimp and tilapia and chicken and like
that tilapia is bad for you.
I mean, I'm just saying this is just where we've been on. I'm just saying this out loud. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And then we went through a whole 2 months of ribeyes just every other night. Because, I go to Costco and shit. And I love me some ribeyes.
Ribeyes are fire.
It's the best steak known to man. But at the same time, too, it's you know what I mean?
Shout out to the ribeye. Give me money.
Yeah, ribeye give me money for sure. Bar none. Hands down. The best steak known to man. Now, but you know what, though? It's I feel like convenience has been more of how we've been eating. So it's we'll go to Costco, buy hella frozen everything. Frozen big old thing of chicken breasts. Frozen big old bag of individually wrapped, tilapias or, individually wrapped salmons from Trader Joe's. You know what I mean? All day, the boxes of mussels. You know what I mean? What shit we used to buy fresh before. It's okay, we're just, where it's this month, we legit, now it's month number 5 or whatever in semi-quarantine, because my girl's still an essential worker, so I can't say fully shut down over here. Even the fact that my studio started running again, so I've been in the studio once a week, and bro, when I go to the studio, I'm goddamn, I gotta clean everything because we got hella people going through there. I don't know who the fuck wore these headphones before me, so I gotta clean everything, wait for that shit to dry. You know what I mean? I'll put a shirt over my head, then put the headphones on. I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking
It's serious.
Yeah.
You can't play no games.
But we also can't let it control us. I gotta do things still. So I gotta figure out, different fly ways to do what I normally do. But me, I'm already been hella OCD, so it don't matter. You had went on a weekend adventure. You know what I'm saying? You had hopped through, a couple states, and then when you came back, you were trying to do the Muy Hour, and I was curving the fuck out of you. I was like, listen, you know what I mean? I was really trying to go give me a week. I'm I don't know where you've been. You know what I mean? Just fucking paranoid and shit. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
And then, or even the amount of people I know that are bro, come through, kick it, bro. We already all had it. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I gave it to you already, bro. Back in December, remember? Like, and I was like, bro, there's so many times in December, and like, I must have got sick like 3 times in December, which is crazy because I'll get sick like maybe, man, I've gone some years where I was just smooth, not sick the whole year because I'd be smooth being careful every time I'm in public. I don't touch doorknobs and then scratch my face in the wintertime. I don't do shit that I don't never. You know what I mean? I always wash my hands. I don't walk past people that just sneeze. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a motherfucker. Yeah. I'm this way. Pew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where
it's like, yo, in this world, like, it's kind of crazy because it's like, I'll walk up on motherfuckers with a mask now and still be like, yo, back up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or even these motherfuckers that be out here with no mask on, like, trying to talk all close and shit. Like, bro, back the fuck up.
Right. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it, brother. That's really real.
You know what though? You know me. It's not even my brand of crazy. I'm just always gonna be like that. And then like, now that these motherfuckers got a goddamn, like, okay, listen, for anybody that's like a Jesus freak, like, and you know what I mean. I'm not saying that to disrespect Christians, but you know there is that type, the Jesus freaks, where they swear like, you know what I'm talking about? Like they're like, it's the rapture. You know what I mean? Like, you got people rioting, you got a plague. But you know, how you gonna argue them right now? You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. How? Tell me how.
Like I know, I'm doing mushrooms trying to find the answers myself.
Right. I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? You got
I believe it.
Is that good unofficial sponsor just touched down?
Oh, the unofficial sponsor touchdown.
Yeah.
Can you hear the ruffling back here?
Yeah, I was like, I know he's going through them bags right now with them guys.
My bad.
He's getting to that teriyaki chicken. He was like,
I'm getting to the teriyakis, hands down.
Yes, the best teriyaki bar none. Hey, is Happy Hollow, is that only a West Coast thing?
No, Happy House.
Happy House, yeah, my bad. Happy Hollow is a Filipino joint out here as well, my bad. Yeah, Happy House. Is that only... I wonder if that's only a West Coast thing. I ain't never heard of that anywhere else. You know San Jose's that Togo's, that's a San Jose thing?
Is it?
Yeah, it originated in San Jose and like,
hey, Togo's is the truth.
It is, bro. They closed down a couple of them in the east side. I don't know what's going on. They hating on Togo's. Togo's was always clowning the subway though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Togo's always, especially the hot pastrami's and things.
The hot pastrami's the one, bro.
That's the for sure give me money.
And when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure, I was gonna say we're Filipino, but I'm pretty sure everybody did this. But like, you get the goddamn the pastrami sandwich, you got enough extra pastrami, you put that motherfucker in a bag and make a sandwich at home. You know what I'm saying?
That's just true.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was fatty, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Well, you know what? Let's tackle one more thing, and then I'll let you get to it.
It's all good. No, I'm right here with you. Am I chumping that hard in the finish?
No. I just you know what I'm saying? I personally I like to enjoy my food, so I didn't know. You know what I mean? I just want to interrupt you. You know what I mean?
It's not hell no. It's the Muy Hour, dog, where everything's going down.
Everything's muy. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is muy. Let's keep it going though.
And you know what is crazy though is like, I've definitely been back on my chef shit though. Chef Bogardy's been in full effect. You know
Chef Bogardy has been in full effect.
Mrs. Chef Bogardy, she been in full effect. We've been killing it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well,
talk to me.
And then so we went like the first 3 months where we're just whipping up every day. You know what I'm saying? And then at one point it was like we went to go fill up the water jugs. You know what I'm saying? My little man was taking a nap, so I had my oldest watching the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we go dip off around the corner real quick, fill these waters up.
Teamwork.
Right? And then, there's a McDonald's there. And my girl's like, should we surprise the kid with McDonald's? Like, they haven't had McDonald's in months. And I was just like, bro, I was so afraid. Like, fuck, dude. I gotta just try to unimagine who's preparing our food. You know what I mean? But then, like, as soon as we got the food, you know, we had this protocol. My girl's like, I'm gonna unwrap everything, put it all on plates.
And as soon as you smelled the fries, it was a wrap.
Bro, it was a wrap. As soon as I started, and then now it's like, anytime, like, you know, we don't want to cook, it's like, all right, let's go pick something up. Cause it's like, yo, like, I mean, what am I gonna do, dog? Like, you know, from everything I've read, I didn't think like, I mean, can a motherfucker cough it on your burger and then you eat that burger? I don't fucking know. Everyone is wearing masks. I would imagine.
Bro, check this out. All I know is that all it's gonna take is you to be home for 2 weeks for it to pass, because that's what they're telling fools. So, right? Go ahead, get you some herbal teas and everything ready to rock. Some lemon, some honey, some peppermint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get you all the things to make your body right, dog. You know what I mean?
So you know what what is crazy is like, so you know, shout out to my man's LQ. He's a colleague in the podcast in the fantasy industry, right? He's from New Jersey, and he's a young man. He's like 29. He got that shit, and like,
oh wow,
he was down for 9 days, but he was like, yo, I was cool. You know what I mean? And it's a trip, like hearing it from somebody else. That actually, it can give me a legit testimony as far versus like reading up on something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a trip, bro. Like,
yeah, it is.
And then
it is a trip.
Yeah, like I mean, or even like with sports, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like if these athletes that are getting it, like you don't hear nothing about these fucking athletes, bro. After the fact, they just keep it on the low because they want sports to come back. So they're like. You know, and if this was during if it was like an injury, yo, you're gonna know. You know what HIPAA means, right? HIPAA. Yeah, there is no HIPAA when it comes to like athletes because the Vegas spread needs to be accurate. So in this case, they're not telling nobody no information about players that get the Rona. They're just like, oh, he got it. Like, well, is he okay? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like if he had a broken leg, they want to know all about the broken leg because. It's going to be more accurate to the Vegas spread. You know what I mean?
Correct.
To be able to set the line on these games.
Right. The hip bag.
Exactly. Man, I'm for the life of me this whole time trying to find a goddamn paper to roll something. I don't know where my Zags are. I got this bowl I've been packing. This motherfucker's just all clogged. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm going through it.
You know what? We're going to call this episode 13, guys.
Yeah.
Because by goddamn it, you trying to find the lighter, me trying to smack this food, the great conversation that we had, dog. Yeah. The nice starter comeback.
Yeah, and playmakers, you could damn near call this, like, how about this, Frank? We're going to call this episode 1 of season 2. You know what I mean?
Episode 1 of season 2. Post-Rona. That's what we're going to call it. PR. Post-Rona. Or actually, we're going to call it.
Just call it the post-Rona. You know what I'm saying? The post-Rona.
Yeah. Because we're living post-Rona hit.
Bro, I mean, actually, because it's still not, post-Rona hit. There you go. Because I was saying, we ain't past Rona yet. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, one more quick hitter question. You think this is just here to stay, or you think they're really gonna enforce this vaccine on us and then prepare us for whatever next one they try to hit?
They can't. That's the thing, dog. If they force you to take a vaccine, that's violating your human rights.
And then that goes back to all the Jesus freaks that are like, "Mark of the beast." I told you.
What do you mean, dog? But this is the thing, though, dude. And again, this goes. It's not even. You can't even call them Jesus freaks.
No, I say that jokingly. I say that jokingly.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not real if Jesus shows up on you.
You ain't lying. Listen, I ate several mushrooms and I thought I heard, "That's you, Jeebus?"
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying though is just that you got to realize, dude, is that even when Jesus came and he showed himself to the world and it was everything that he said that it was, everything, motherfuckers still couldn't believe it, dog. So remember, dog.
Yeah, because you had them devils. Right? You had them devils like that ain't him.
No, the devils didn't want to give up the power.
No, but they were standing. They're the one people. If there's a crowd of 100 people, all in amazement of Jesus, right? Then you had the 5 motherfuckers spread out in this group of 100. Man, that ain't even him. Look at the beard. The beard's off. That wasn't like, you know, I'm like, you know, there's motherfucker in there. You're right. That don't look like his beard. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, yeah, you know what I mean? The non-believers.
Those are the motherfuckers. Right. But dog, that's all that makes a motherfucker, dude. I mean, it's that simple. People are looking for shit hella deep, and it was made so simple. That's why it said, believe like a baby, like an infant. Kids believe everything you tell them, and people are missing. The thing is that you got to realize that shit's been tainted, though. So you got to know what's right and what's wrong. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, though, episode 2.
Episode 1, season 2.
Episode 1, season 2 of the motherfucking Muy Hour.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey. And also thank you to all our sponsors. Muy Game.
Yes,
we're gonna try to do this regularly. Jamaicans.
No, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're back. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Blah blah blah. But yeah, my brother was shit, man.
Up.
You be safe. You know what I mean?
You have a good night, too.
I'm gonna see you soon in this next couple of days. Matter of fact, actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I gotta come see you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have a power meeting with my man Franklin. You know what I mean? I have been doing face to faces. So you know what I'm saying? Little masks on, as you say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We getting it though. For sure,
it's all good.
Everything's
you already know.
Everything's muy.
Everything's always muy. Episode fucking 13. Season 2, episode motherfucking 1.
Yeah, what he said.